Newsom is picking up some steam. Here to discuss the latest and the latest on the blue state lockdowns in general is Kira Davis. She is the editor-at-large of redstate.com. Kira, thank you very much for being with us. We appreciate it.
It's my pleasure. Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Merry Christmas to you. This is a nonpartisan effort to recall Gavin Newsom. Tell us more about it.
Yeah, there's been this push for a while now. I mean, I think this is the third recall Gavin petition, but with the lockdowns, it's really gone into overdrive. We were dealing with a contractor bill, an independent contractor bill called AB5, that was known as the Uber Lyft bill, that killed the gig economy here. So that started this momentum for this recall effort, but it was just given a lot of fuel by the lockdowns, a lot of, especially at Christmas. People are frothing right now. It is, I've never seen Californians so anxious to get rid of this guy. And you have to understand, he's been insanely popular here. It's why he feels free to keep doing all of this stuff. He's been polling fantastically over the years, but now we're looking at people not being able to put food on the table for Christmas, and Gavin having no other solutions other than, well, just stay at home. I'll go to the French Laundry. I mean, I'll do my traveling. I'll do what I want to do. My kids are in private school. My kids are getting private sports instruction. Everything's fine in their lives. But you all need to sit down and give up everything you've worked for your whole life. Give up the California dream for this virus that has a 99.6% survival rate. I just think people have had enough. The recall effort is going well. They've gathered over 800,000 signatures. They need 1.5 million, so there's still a long way to go, but they've reached what we call here the 10% threshold. So 10% of those signatures have to be verified. Now they can move forward with some gusto. It's picking up steam.
So, Kira, just tell us, how does the process work? And as clearly Californians have been through this before with Gray Davis, which then resulted in Arnold Schwarzenegger being elected governor. And so they've got probably about 55%. When do they have what's their threshold? When do they have to have all these signatures in by?
March 10th is the deadline. They are looking good. I know I'm not a part of the petition organization at all, but I do know that one of their biggest efforts is to raise money, because it does cost to get all of this stuff out. So I know they're looking for a few big donors. So if you're out there, you've got some extra money in your pocket this Christmas, maybe go to recallgavin2020.com and donate. But the other thing is just getting volunteers out there with petitions. I mean, I've already signed it. I would have signed it. I'd signed it 3 times if I could. I would if I was a Democrat.
Well, look, you know, the state just lost HP, Tesla, Oracle, and a new study is showing that hundreds of thousands of people have moved out in 2020 already. We're seeing the same thing happen here in New York. For these one-party rule states like California and New York, is this really the future? Recalls and ballot measures where people feel like they kind of have to go around the elected officials or go around the legislature in order to try and protect their quality of life?
That's literally how we do politics here in California. We actually have a constitutional amendment that says that the government can't raise taxes here, can't raise property taxes or any taxes without voter approval. So every tax measure has to go on a ballot measure. Our ballot, I don't know what yours are like in New York, but ours here in California, our ballot measures are, you know, that's like 50 pages thick when it comes to election time. And that is, we're becoming a straight democracy, and that is dangerous. This is not how it's supposed to be. We should be able to trust our representatives to represent us in Sacramento, in New York, in Albany, I guess. And I mean, we can't. And so we've had to make an end run around them. And yes, the recall procedure is another way we make an end run around the political complex in Sacramento. Is it ever going to get solved? I don't know. I mean, you could do a whole other show on what the issue is with our 2 capitals in these 2 great states. But
No, we don't have initiative and referendum in New York, and Cuomo cannot be recalled, unfortunately, but Pritzker in Illinois could. Oregon also provides for recall, as well as Michigan and New Jersey. So if you want, if anybody's out there who's interested in this, you can go to Ballotpedia, and there's a really nice map that shows you exactly, and there's a grid on what you need to do to recall. If you've got a blue state governor who's drunk with power and spending like a drunken sailor, you can actually go and look and see what you would need to do to try and recall that individual. Where do they need to go again, Kira, to get more information about the recall Gavin Newsom petition?
It's recallgavin2020.com. And I'd like to encourage everybody, it doesn't matter if you don't live here, just share the petition, because we all have relatives all over the country. Some of your relatives might be visiting other places right now, but planning to come back to California after the pandemic or after things calm down here. I mean, everything counts. If you live here, sign the petition. If you don't live here, share the petition. We have got to get rid of this guy. He is a menace and a scourge. I can't think of any other words for him, because I'm almost out of words to describe how disgusting his administration has been and what a disappointment it's been to the people of California and to what we used to call the California dream. He's got to go.
And of course, he's looking for a big fat bailout from the taxpayers across the country.
And I'll tell you this, he has plans to run for president in the future. So this isn't just about us here in California. If you want California coming to America at large, then if you don't want that, then we need to get rid of this guy now. He needs to go down now, because he's coming to a ballot near you soon.
Kira Davis from redstate.com. Keep us updated, okay? Thanks for being here.
Thanks, Tom.
Straight ahead, Santa Claus will be here, plus our faith